All right, pardon the loud fan noise, but this is an update to the, you can see it right here. I have both of my boards here, and I'm sure you can see it from the lens. You can see the discoloration already, but again, this is an update as to my last video when I changed my stock cooler, for what was on here, to these way larger copper heat sinks, and I just haven't had a chance to do a video yet because I was looking for this little stand I have. So these are the boards. This is where the USB face plate, I guess, whatever you want to call it, I forget what it's called, would seat into, and display the information of the current Bitcoin price, your mining the mining difficulty, the highest difficulty you've reached, your speed, I guess, if you want to call it that you're mining, gigahash, terahash, stuff like that. But hopefully it'll focus really nice here so you can see it. But as you can see, it's got a pretty good mirror finish on most of them. But I mean, this one right here, you can clearly see. Let's get a little screwdriver out because these are kaput anyways. But right here on this chip, there's 4 chips, of course. Right here on this chip, you see how it is nice and mirrory, but it's got this like shark fin kind of peak here. That is the chip burned. So I was hoping that I could overclock it with the new copper heat sinks and stuff like that, which they're huge compared to the old ones, which I honestly don't remember where I put them. My apologies. But they were much smaller compared to what. They're right here in front of me. So real quick. So these are the ones that came on it. Nice. I don't know if they're steel, aluminum, copper, but plated with something. They put their own thermal paste on it and stuff like that. But here is this one for comparison. Let me make sure I don't get all this stuff on me, but same, kind of style setup, a little different. It's got, the coil wrap around for the heat dissipation, but this is the telltale. Like, it's, we'll just say two of these because that looks about right. So it's 2 times as big, and it's full copper, whereas this is, again, I'm not sure. I don't even know who the manufacturer of it is. But in lieu of those, like I said, I tried to put this on there. It worked great. I had 2 of them going, and I had the plebbase.com Helix. So it's like more of like a shroud, and it kind of chamfers down, and it's got these little, you can't really see it that well, but it's kind of got like grooves in it to like a turbine style, and these are gonna come off and make me not happy. And then I had this right here would go on the VRAM and stuff up here, and on these other chips and stuff to cool them down. So it was nice. It was a great product. I love it. Let's just give you a little better view here of it, and then I have the Noctua NF F12s on it, which were great. They were, whisper quiet at even max RPM. Pardon me, I'm scooting away in the rolly chair. But yeah, so this plate here, again, as you can see, my ADHD, my apologies. So, you got the one, you can see it really good right there in the light, maybe. But, you have the one shark fin here. On the top of this one, it's starting to get like a little swoop going, a stalactite, if you will, stalagmite, stalactite. And they're both you know, these chips are on the, so they would be on the left side. These are on the right, of course. And they're both burning, you know, right to left and then left to right. This one is very minute. You can barely see the edge of it where it was starting to burn the face of the chip off. This one is a little different. This one has, you know, more of a slope, I guess, and you can kind of see a little bit down there. This one has virtually none on the bottom. This one, none on the left side, but a more of a, you know, peak, a lot larger than this one on the right side. Same with this one, a huge break in the chip from the heat. As I was trying to, you know, cool it better, I overclocked it, and that did not help. So this is the second board. Again, same style. Huge. It's not as much of a shark fin as the other one, and I'll hold them up side by side here in a second. But, well, a minute probably, but huge. It looks like a, you know, Grand Canyon plateau on this one. Burnt, you know, probably a third of the chip. Same thing on this one. Chip on the bottom and the top. So this one, and I don't know if that's a scratch or what it is, but let's get the old rag out here and see if we can't clear some of that schmutz off. Doesn't look like it's coming off. So it may have been a crack. I don't know, I can't really tell just by looking at it, but you know, more of a slope here. It's more wider on the right, and then it kind of loops up again. Same with this one, more burning on the top, nothing on the bottom. Nothing really on the bottom of this one, but this one's got double-sided, and this one's all on the bottom. That little like mountain-looking thing right there. So here's both of them side by side, so you can see the. Actually, we'll just overlap them so you can see the burn patterns. So it's funny because the burn patterns on both of them are relatively the same. So, you know, you have this small one up here, and then you have a smaller one up here. Same thing with this one. Really not much on this side. Up there's a tiny piece sliver there. This one's a little bit more, you know, exposed up top here. Same with these two. Huge deformation in the chip. Only on this one. Same with this one. Same side. You know, if I held them up straight, same thing. So with this one as well, you know, you get a nice little shallow peak here. Same with that one. They're almost identical. This one looks a little more right justified, but that's just me. And a little burning on the top, not much on that one. So it's kind of funny to look back and see, you know, the burn patterns of everything. And that's, I mean, that's really it. If anyone has questions, you know, or, you know, something better, because I don't, I think I'm done with the whole, you know, Bitcoin mining thing, because really it's, I've heard a lot of people say it's, oh, it's not worth it anymore, it's fading away kind of thing, you know, and it is what it is. I didn't hit anything, I never hit anything, it is what it is, it's a lottery, so it was great. It was a really cool piece to have, you know, on my desk and stuff like that. You know, when friends or guests or someone come over, they'd be like, "Oh, what's this thing?" You know, and I'd have the whole kit and caboodle on it. And you know, I'd go on this 10-minute, like I am now, this 10-minute frickin' nerd talk, no pun intended, about, you know. And I knew nothing really about these. Just plug it in. I learned on the NerdQaxe Plus like Google page you could view it, and I figured out how to overclock it, save it, set it up. You know, do the 2FA stuff, all that good stuff. But they died, unfortunately. They stopped working. I might be able to, if I plug this into my computer here. Let me see if I can get a little reading from it. Probably not, because of course I don't know where my frickin' cable is to show you guys. But basically, you know, when this powered on, it might be doggone it. No, of course, I don't know what the heck I did with it. Let me scour the area here. Yeah, no, I'm SOL. Sorry. But you know, it said something to the effect of like a power fault or something like that, and it had, you know, an error code, and it had like 6 F's in it, all capitalized. And I looked it up, and it was saying, you know, inadequate power to the from the supply, or to the you know, power head here to the board. And I thought, you know, because I tightened them down pretty good, I thought it had cracked, and it didn't. It held up really well, even putting so much force on it, you know. But ultimately, what failed is the heat, unfortunately. Even though, like I said, you know, I bought these big honking heat sinks to put on top of this, and this thing is massive compared to the board. And then I had the helix and the fan on top of that, and it looked great. But again, unfortunately, it didn't work. I don't remember which one. One of them was always lesser than the 2 in hash rate. So I think I had the one running at 770 overclocked with 1200 on the core, or the like the voltage. And then this one, one of them again, this one, I'm just using this one. It was at 800 over 1200. So that one was fully maxed. It never overheated. It stayed right. I kept the temperature at 50 C. And again, the lesser one that ran, you know, harder had a higher temperature, of course, because you know, it was running harder, which I didn't see or understand why. Maybe it was just the way that it was, or oh, pardon me. Hey, Stinky, get up there. All right. Yeah, so again, maybe it was, you know, too much overclocking for that period of time, and it was just, hey, I'm done. I can't do it anymore. But yeah, that's about it. Again, if anyone has any questions or, you know, comments of what I could maybe do better, I know they have the hydros and stuff, but I would much rather have fan. It's, you know, it is what it is, even though I have an AIO on my computer. Yeah, that's about it. So I appreciate you guys and gals, whoever's watching from wherever you're watching, and thank you.